Hey guys, this is the Tunator, and this is Fallout New Vegas Mods of the Week, episode 28. So I got a bunch of interesting mods for you today, but before we start, I just want to note real quick, due to my need to use the D3D9 LL fix to make my game actually run at like a decent performance, I have unfortunately been forced to turn off enhanced shaders light, so the game may look a little different because of that. So just bear with me and thanks. Alright, so on to the first mod, which is the Japanese Stealth Armor. I just did this in my my modded Power Armor showcase, but I figured I would put it in here in Mods of the Week as well, because I have not done it yet, to my knowledge, anyways. So what this is it's a Power Armor that also has a stealth function. It's kind of Asian themed, as you can see. Very cool. You know, it's quite well done. Going to free camera, as someone suggested I do in the last video, which I probably should have remembered, but for that many armors, it would be a little bit of a pain, but here, because there's only a couple, it is quite feasible. So you can see, very cool. You know, it's quite detailed. The hex effect, I think, is very nice. It's got like the little fan on the back. And again, Death Star, that's in there from a previous video. I still haven't turned it off because it's kind of hilarious. So probably will when I get back to Mojave. But for right now, Death Star's still there. It's pretty funny, you know. But anyways, yeah, so that's the stealth armor. You can crouch, and it will actually hide you. It's got a stealth field, so it's like the Chinese stealth suit if it wasn't terrible, which is nice. See, it will pop back up there. Stealth, not stealth, stealth, not stealth. So yeah, and then we'll just show you the stats really quick. Yep, so you see, got decent sneak skill, decent strength bonus, so not, pretty high in DT, but again, not too overpowered, so this is something that you could reasonably use in a game without feeling like it's going to totally break the game, like one of your mod things. But anyways, moving on, you see the weapon I have here is a Katana, which is obviously not on the base game. This is from the Weapons of the Shogunate mod, which is sent in by JMans42. And what this is it's kind of a mod that adds a whole bunch of kind of historical Japanese weaponry to the game. So I figured I would show it today because, you know, if I'm going to show the Japanese stealth suit, I should show some thematic weapons that you can use to kind of go along with the whole Asian theme. So just to look at them, there's a whole bunch of different weapons. See, that's the Katana. And they're all quite good as well. So this is the two-handed sword. I will admit that I do not know what a lot of these things mean, because I am not a scholar of Asian Death Star's like sideways now. I'm not a scholar of like Asian military history, but you can see. Let's show some first-person swings, which I think don't look quite as cool in third-person. It might be the Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines player in me, but I do prefer watching melee combat in third-person. I think it looks better. I think the animations look much better, but it also, I think, is a little harder to kite and such, so those of you who do like melee combat, I always do melee playthrough myself, may enjoy doing it in third person, so we'll, or first person rather, so let's go through a whole bunch of other weapons. So you got kind of a spear-like thing here. And again, I apologize to those of you who actually know what these are for no doubt horribly mangling the descriptions and, you know, just what they are, because I am not a scholar of Japanese military history. My knowledge of it is fairly limited, so just have to make do with what I can. You got more of a dagger here, these shurikens, this little throwing star. In fact, I would shoot the king, but I like the kings, and then I'd feel bad, so you can just see. Definitely. Oh! Our lovely assistant Veronica, who has been hit by so many weapons over the course of these mods of the week. I'm starting to feel kind of sorry for her.
If I die,
You know, we'll test one or two other weapons on her. Got the...
take care of myself.
I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, because I just embarrass myself, but, Ninja Strike. The enhanced blood splatters are always far superior. Ooh, there's some blood on that weapon there, so you can see the... Let's go to a free camera to see the blood effect. Or it could already be gone. These things happen. And the Yeah, again, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. We got another smaller dagger. And I'll go back all over them so you can see all the damage stats. So again, nothing too crazy. Melee weapons usually have a very high DPS innately, simply because that's just how they roll.
I'm gonna need...
So, because they are very strong in New Vegas, which I entirely approve of. If you can survive to get to someone to chop them up with a big honking sword, you should deal quite a lot of damage. So,
I'm gonna need some new...
But anyways, those are the weapons of the Shogunate. A whole bunch of different, you know, cool Japanese weapons. If you're wondering what these are from the Colossus Squad Enclave Liana mod, which I have done in the previous mods of the week. So you just like to cite old mods when you see them. So now that we've seen all the normal versions of the weapons of the Shogunate, let's see I believe it is called the Laser Katana mod, or Electric Katana. And this is the energy versions of pretty much all Japanese weapons. I don't know if it's by the same person, but it's the same weapons because, you know, they're the Japanese weapons. You can have dual swords, and basically it's just like energy versions of classic Japanese weapons, which go well, even better with the stealth suit, I feel, because, you know, it's pretty sci-fi. And you'll notice that the left weapon doesn't really move. And you can't quite see it when you're in first-person view. But in third-person view, even though it doesn't look like it's attacking sometimes, it's still, or even though it may not actually be attacking, it still looks like it is. So that's really quite cool. And I mean, just the dual wielding effect in general is just quite badass looking, I think. So we see the plasma variants. Let's demonstrate once more on my lovely assistant. He's kind of got an on-hit proc effect there. And the Tesla versions.
I'm not doing...
Poor Veronica. I've beaten up on her so much. And yes, there's some of the single versions you see. So I think these may actually have less DPS than their, or they do actually, less DPS than their normal comrades. Apparently, they don't make things like they used to. Well, and that I will explain in a moment if you haven't already guessed what it is. Tanto. Yes, a very cool reverse holding pose here. I'm sorry, Veronica. This pains me, but you're the only one on hand. You won't complain. I'm looking forward to adventuring with, let's see, these actually drain your HP because I have God mode on, so that one, we'll turn it off for a second so you can see.
What I miss?
Oh, I'm sorry, that doesn't drain your HP, it drains enemy HP. I am dumb, I apologize. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back to the Wasteland, and speaking of which, Lonesome Road comes out, actually might even be out now, it's past midnight I think. Are you guys pumped? I am super excited to play that. I think it's going to be awesome. Very cool. Gonna get it. Finish running through the Brotherhood quest really quick, upload that, and then it's off to Lonesome Road for me. So yeah, these are the energy katana weaponry. And then the next mod I have to show you is, well, actually, I'll show you something else first. Is the Wasteland Seeker mod, which was sent in by infamousavenger and dedem 1315. Sorry if I mangled your name, it's a little hard to pronounce. So, and this is just some nice, cool-looking light armor. I know someone was in the power armor thing was requesting that I do some more light armor, and then I am a little bit biased towards heavy armor, and I feel that the light armor is unfortunately quite overrepresented in New Vegas. I'm not going to really discriminate, so I want to show all kinds, and this is very cool looking. Kind of like the Oasis Druid armor, except much better, and it doesn't look like you're wearing a paper bag over your head. You have like a proper hood on, so very cool, I think. Definitely gives the kind of worn and leather wasteland impression while actually still looking something like legitimate armor. So we'll go back to this and change to the hood. And they give a nice perception bonus as well. And now you have the mask in, so you're just completely ninja. Just a nice set of light armor, not overpowered at all, perfectly in keeping with game balance, very in keeping with game lore. As you can see, again, this is something that looks like it was official Obsidian design. Even better, obviously, it's got the high-res textures that normal armors in this game can't have, due to performance issues for consoles and lower-end PCs. And yeah, so it's just a nice, solid piece of armor. You see some decent stat bonuses. Again, nothing crazy, but enough to make it worth your while. Which brings me to oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have gone on yet. To the next mod, which as you may have noticed, if you haven't guessed at it already from seeing my stuff in my inventory, this is a mod that puts something called Flynn's Arcade in Freeside by the Old Norman Fort. And what this is the Tron Home mod, which was sent to me by combineish and Daniel H471. And this mod essentially adds in Freeside and Flynn's Arcade, which is got some of the touches of the original, like the jukebox, which I find pretty hilarious. It adds what is basically, as the name would suggest, a Tron-themed player home. I actually did not open this. I must have missed it. Let me pop that open real quick. I was exploring the home earlier. I jumped right in because I was so eager to. Yep, irrelevant bullshit, just like I thought. Anyways, here we are at the really, really awesome looking Tron home. You can see all the different stuff. It's got a whole bunch of different areas. This is the armory, which you have to unlock. It's got some unique weapons, including the where is it? Identity disc. So yes, you can have an identity disc in all different colors, so you can literally throw identity discs at people. Where's Veronica? Get over here, Veronica. Ha. I'm sorry I beat up on you. So you can get your orange identity disc, blue, green, white, yellow. Pretty much you want it, they've got it. They've got the little teleporter there to the testing room, which we'll go through in a bit. They have suits. Everything is very Tron with all the bright colors and the lines. And I love Tron. I love Tron Legacy. Obviously, I've seen the original. The Tron Legacy was awesome, and I have the goofy Wasteland Seeker helm, which not. I should say goofy. It looks goofy when it's with the Tron suit. Would be a better description. But you can see it's very cool looking stuff. All very thematic with Tron. And you got the golden lights. You have some nice wall art there, and the Anya sent. What the character? I forget her name actually. I think was she like a gem, I want to say. For those of you who are Quora or Olivia Wilde fans, there's a large poster emblazoned, as well as more badass art of the Interceptors. I love that movie. Tron was awesome. I can't wait for the sequel. So cool. More gem. Just basically, it's kind of like a... It's got everything you expect from your average, or not an average, from a player home. I don't want to say average, because nothing about this is average. Bed, all different areas. There's a lab, laser couches, which is awesome, and it just does it in a really cool aesthetic, which is frankly pretty awesome, because it's a freaking Tron home. I mean, look at this. This is nuts. It looks like you're in Tron. How sick is that? And again, it's got a whole bunch of weapons. It's got the experimental alien weaponry, which is basically just like alien rifles and stuff like that. And we will go to the weapon testing room. Always quick save for safety, kiddos. And just a whole bunch of cool targets. I think honestly my favorite part about this, we can take out another suit. Nice. My favorite part about this might well be the identity disc, because it's so freaking cool. And look at that armor. That is awesome. How cool is that? Of course, it doesn't really fit with the blue disc, right? So we put on the green suit, which I think I already have. Yeah, and just bam, bam. So cool looking. My only real regret with this mod is that there is no de-resed playing, because that song is awesome, and frankly one of the best parts about that entire movie. But yeah, as you can see, just really cool mod. Lots of very cool stuff. And definitely something, if you're a fan of Tron, if you're a fan of really cool player homes, definitely at least give this a look, because it's got an aesthetic bent to it that most other homes do not really emulate. So definitely worth an investigation. And I got a couple more mods for you today. I will not have a pre-order alternative DLC pack this week, I don't think, because I forgot to download the other one, so might do 2 next week to make up for it. That's unfortunately placed, to say the least. Alrighty, the next mod I have to show is called the Cheat Terminal, and this is basically just something that lets you basically, it's a convenient computer terminal that just lets you mess with all sorts of different aspects of the game. You know, your stats, basically a lot of stuff that you would normally have to do with console commands. It's just for those of you who either don't want to learn them or have trouble with them or are just reluctant to mess around with them. Provides everything in one, safe, easy to use, in-game place, which I think is really quite cool. And it just represents part of what mods really are for, which is just providing ease of use for players, making things that the normal game not necessarily does badly, but are not necessarily the easiest things to use in the world. Just makes them easier, more accessible, more fun. And I believe it has a bunch of other functionality as well, so we'll go in there and find the cheat terminal, which I believe is right next to the Vita sensor, or whatever the hell, Vitomatic, I think, Documental's magic stats flex thing. Alright, so, and then, as cautioned by the mod, we are going to save first. Safety first, kids, as always. Activate the terminal. Yep, you see you can mess with any of your stats, really, traits, add or remove traits, add or remove perks, companion perks, for example, so I could give myself, there, missing perks from Fallout 3, we could take a survival guru, some of the other functionality, character cheats, health points, leveling up. Let's see some of the buffs. Critical chance at 100. We'll test that in a sec. Game alterations. Yeah, this is stuff you can all do through console commands, but instead, let's let you do three. I believe Testicles is someone who kind of serves as an in-game character who you can interact with to do kind of the same thing. Player height, time scale, are all stuff you can do with console commands, but this just makes it easy, simple, in one place for you, which I like a lot. DLC, Old World Blues, perks and traits. Let's see. You can add all of them even. Look at the next page. Yep, and so you see you can just basically, these would all again be doable with console commands, but they would require quite a lot of research. But take it from me, I would spend hours just looking up crap. So this is great because it just allows you to do everything that would normally take a console command. No more hassle, no more fuss, just right through this computer, and it's got storage stuff as well, which is really quite cool. And let's see if the yep, there is Testicles, the debug Centurion, who I actually found in the GAC a while before I had this. He's quite funny, just his name. But you can test, just test various things. Companion, and he just both lets you, I believe, just check and make sure some stuff is working. Let's see if the crit chance worked.
It's
Yep, looks like it did.
dark.
Yep, you can see the 100% crits. Which is, a lot of fun. So yeah, that's some of the stuff the cheat terminal can do. And I have one more mod to show you today, which I'll wait till daytime. Hear the discount there. This mod is the Signature Weapons mod, and what it does is, where's the control for that? Yep, lets you mark a weapon as your signature weapon, and what this, I believe it degrade, the penalty for this is that it degrades your overall experience gain, but that weapon can essentially level, can gain a whole bunch of different perks, traits, make it significantly more powerful, so you're trading off some of your level gain, which really isn't necessary with the new DLCs anyways, because you can go so high, and it just makes it very strong. So these all do a whole different stuff, like crit chance increase, like splash damage, more damage, armor reduction, faster attacks, basically stuff you'd expect. So we'll go with lethal, which gives damage bonus. And so we now have the identity disc as our signature weapon. You can go to settings, I believe, view weapon statistics. You see it's level 1, no kills. View abilities, no abilities. And let's just go, we'll go somewhere real quick. And so you can see it works on modded weapons as well. Any weapon you have, it'll work on, which is cool. So if you have a favorite modded weapon, no worries, you can use this as well. And we just need to go somewhere where we can murder a whole bunch of rabble. Let me think. You know what? I'm going to Novak. Pains me, but so you get a kill or two, show off, just the counter, so you can see that in action. And yeah, apologies for not leveling weapon earlier, but I didn't have the time to play with the identity disc for 2 or 3 hours getting kills, and I figured you guys would want to make sure it could work with a modded weapon, so I'm going to show that off. If this loads, I have been having crashes. But, nope, there we go, so. Have at thee. See, quite an effective weapon as well. I mean, granted, that's got crit chance 100 right now, which I feel like probably slants things in its favor a bit. But, Electro City. Fuck your lights. Oh, and Veronica stealing some kills, as she's wont to do, because she's so freaking strong. Oh, Manny. I'm sorry. It was not my intent. Yep, yeah, alright, so, that was a little unfortunate that I had to do that, but you can see now it's tracking kills. Tracks your XP, tracks the weapon kills till it levels up. So overall, just a really cool feature, something that adds, a lot of flavor to the game, lets you really make one weapon yours, and which would make a lot of sense, in the context of the Wasteland. You're much more likely, I think that, as a lot of post-apocalyptic things stress, to have like 1 or 2 weapons that you just really kind of cherish and use, as opposed to a whole bunch that you just dump and repair whenever you feel like, because they're no longer useful to you. So I think that's a cool feature. Let's see if we can kill these guys, level up. I think that's a very cool, very thematic, and well, it does make you level a bit slower. That keeps it relatively balanced, although they make no claims to this feature actually being... Oh, my Scott mode's still on. So this way I can actually take damage, I think. Or maybe not, I don't know, sorry. But I have too much weight to get hit right now, so... Yeah, it's very thematic, and it does, well, it may make the game a bit broken at high levels. I mean, A, it already is, and B, they make no pretenses that it doesn't, so it's just something if you want to have a cool feature. Alright, so we can check weapon abilities, sorry, I have to change settings. As you can see, you can mess with everything too, so if you want to make it really easy to level, you can do that. Alright, so... yeah, and there you go. So now we pick which one to level. We will do lethal. So that gives a damage increase. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed. As always, any comments, questions, things like that, just leave me a message. I've finally gotten through my backlog, so I'm up to date again. Sorry if you got like a month-old message from me that's completely out of context, but that's why. I just worked through like 200 messages, and all done now. And I'm trying to answer any comments, things like that as well. And looking forward to doing some Lonesome Road gameplay tomorrow. So thanks for watching. This is the Toonator, and I'll see you guys later.